Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing better than me and our new roommate, Lord Sauron, as we've just moved in with him into Mount Doom, as it's cooler there than it is in Cairo these days. Ugh. I've literally been sitting out here for like 2 minutes and I've like worked up a sweat, but I wanted to have a pretty background. So anyway, how's everybody doing? It is unnormally hot. Like, I don't want to say unnormally, because it does get like this, you know, a few times every year where it's like 103, 104 degrees, and today it was really hot. At one point the car, the thermometer in my car read 47 degrees Celsius outside. Y'all, that's crazy. Anyway, so if this is the first time that you've been to my channel, hello, my name is Arya. I make videos about living in Egypt, and I'm hoping to start branching out and doing a few other things beyond just, well, you know, my life in Egypt, but you know, it is what it is right now. I do just want to pause and take a second to thank the sponsor of this video, me. Yeah, there is no sponsor for this video. It's just me. So let's do what we can and smash that like button and hit the subscribe button for me, and because the more likes and views that I get, the more I'll actually be able to go out, get better equipment, put more time into this, because right now I'm just kind of having to do it as I go. Alright, so what are we talking about today? Well, today we're going to be talking, especially for those of you who are coming into Egypt from outside and plan on making yearly or bi-yearly trips out, or somebody who is, likes to come in the summer or whatnot and wants to bring things for your family and make things easier for them. Well, I'm going to talk about 10 things that are generally either like you can't find them here, or if you do find them, it's really hard to find them, and on top of that, it's really expensive. So I have a list, as I always do, because you guys know me. Yeah. I have my list, so I'm gonna go through with them. I can't talk. It's the heat. And talk about them and my experiences over the last 9 years having an issue with not having these things. So anyway, let's get into it. Alright, so number one on the list is, one second, I'm going to pause it and wait for the dance to stop, and then I'll come back. Alright, so let's get right into it. Number one, bring, I don't know how you'll do this. I don't know how you're going to fit maybe a special item, but bring a good broom with you. I'm just having a really hard time finding a broom that I feel lives up to my standards. You sweep a lot here. There's a lot of dust here. You need a good broom that can get you through it. Something that can get into those corners. Something, it's not a push broom. And Egyptians, like almost all of their brooms are freaking push brooms. And that's just not really practical when you're trying to get into those corners. So I would definitely say, if you can, bring a good broom with you. Okay, number two. This goes back to the dust as well. An upright vacuum. Again, that's also, it might be very hard for you to bring one with you, and probably the voltage too, I don't know, but I'm just letting you know, they don't do upright vacuums here. All of the vacuums that they sell here, with the exception of itty bitty ones that have like a canister that's like this big and it doesn't have like a lot of power, all of them are the canisters that you like drag behind you. So it has the attachment, right? And it has a flimsy, tube that is attached to the canister, and you drag the canister around behind you. And I'll put in an image right here for you to see what I mean. But that is the only type of vacuum that they have here, and I really wish you would get with it and get upright vacuums, because it's a pain. Number three, and this is specific to me because I'm a teacher, but Sharpie pens. Okay? I really love Sharpie pens, and I don't mean just like any pen that has the tip like what Sharpie has. I'm talking about the actual brand Sharpie. It's really hard to find that here. Maybe you might find it in like a stationery fair of imported stuff, but I am not seeing Sharpie in everyday stationery stores. Number 4, and the next couple is going to all be related to food, is going to be licorice. And when I mean Twizzlers, like Twizzlers licorice, and I don't mean the Twizzlers, like the twisted one. I'm talking about the pull and peel, the really lovely, delected ones, like the vines. You don't find that here, and it's really, really terrible for me because I love them. It's one of my favorite candies. Now, continuing on with other snacks, number 6, you're not going to find Hershey too much. You're not going to find honey buns. You'll find Reese's cups sometimes, but they're, not in every store. They've started to put Reese's Pieces in more places, but not often as well. So certain candies from the United States you're just not going to find here. Alright, number 6, and this has to do with food still, which is beef jerky. You're not going to find beef jerky here. It's just not a thing that they do here. I think Egyptians are just wouldn't be the kind of people I would see eating beef jerky. It's just not about it, and they're just not about that kind of life. Next one is number 7, which is baking soda. Not baking powder, because baking powder you can find anywhere. I'm talking about baking soda. For whatever reason, I can't find it anywhere. I've looked in supermarkets and pharmacies and all different types of stores, and I just cannot find baking soda anywhere, and I don't know why that is. I don't know. The next one is starch. Okay, and this is like starch for ironing and starch for putting like on your clothes. You would think a place with as much dust as what they have would, come to use, starch, but it's just not a thing here. And if any of you are watching this know where I can get some starch, I'd love to know, because man, I miss having starched, really, really well starched clothes, and I love covering my white shoes with starch to keep it from getting dusty. And the final one is going to be makeup brands, certain makeup brands, and I'm talking about the really trendy ones. I'm talking about like MAC. You're not going to find MAC. And okay, there are people who will bring in these brands that I'm about to mention and sell them in their shop. But what happens is, because they're going through all the trouble of bringing them into the country, they're going to do a markup of like 300-400%. So you're going to pay 3 or 4 times here for these makeup products what you would outside. Okay. So I don't do any makeup shopping here. I wait until I go outside and then I do it. So you're not going to find MAC. You're not going to find Benefit. You're not going to find Tarte. You're not going to find Clinique or Estee Lauder. These are just, you're not going to find Morphe here. So what you will find though is you will find Dior, you will find Chanel, you will find Maybelline, you will find Catrice, but they're more European drugstore brands, and unfortunately the drugstore quality makeup here, first of all, it's not great quality, and it's really, really expensive. And I bought some Maybelline Age Rewind from a really reputable cosmetics shop, and I'm pretty sure it was a dupe. I'm actually about 90% sure it was a dupe, because I've used Age Rewind for a really long time, and it's just what I've got is just not doing anything. It's like, honestly, it's not great. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the formula's gone bad. Maybe it's expired. I don't know. I guess who knows? Well, I hope this is helpful for you when you're coming in. I'd really appreciate it if you guys can go and like this video and subscribe and hit the notification buttons. I hope to start expanding my channel and moving on beyond just talking about Egypt soon, or maybe I'm hoping maybe to start a podcast. I'm not 100% sure, but this is something that I'm looking into doing, but in order to justify doing that, I'm really gonna have to get you guys to subscribe. So please do me a favor and subscribe for me to be able to improve the quality of my videos and put out more content frequently. Also, if you guys have any other suggestions for videos, definitely leave a comment below, and I'll see if I can accommodate it. Alright, well, thanks so much guys for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.